U.S. women's national team has kind of dominated the stat sheet in a lot of ways through the group stage, but with one win and two draws, they did finish second in their group to the Netherlands. They head to the knockout stage of the World Cup amidst much consternation, shall we say. USA-Sweden coming up on Sunday in the round of 16. And as we get ready for that 5 a.m. Eastern kickoff for USA-Sweden for the sixth straight time in a World Cup, I might add, we welcome in the host of the Attacking Third podcast on the Golazo Network, Lisa Carlin. Lisa, the U.S., they're into the round of 16. They're going for an unprecedented third straight World Cup title. So why is everyone so angry about this team right now?
Russ, people are angry about this U.S. because of the results that they haven't been getting. Two draws in the group stage. That hasn't happened in a very long time. They finished second in their group stage. That's the first time that's happened since 2011 for this U.S. side. And the rest of the world has caught up in terms of talent and prestige and the resources that they're putting into their women's programs. And that's the true testament to this World Cup. We're seeing heavy hitters being knocked out left and right. But we started this segment looking at the stat total. One shot on target for the opposition of the United States during this group stage. That was the Netherlands. And that one shot on target is the only goal that was scored against the U.S. during the group stage. So defensively, the U.S. are very sound. They're not giving up easy chances. They're not giving up looks, and they've only conceded one goal. However, 63 total shots, 17 on target, and they've only found the back of the net 4 times. That is so unlike the United States in the most recent years. They're having trouble in the final third with clinical shot selection and final passes to put them in the best position to score the net. And that's why fans are a little bit on their edge heading into this round of 16.
Look, Rose Lavelle was probably the biggest creator for the U.S. during the group stage, certainly the most dynamic player, it seemed at least. But she picked up a second yellow against Portugal. She's going to miss the round of 16 game against Sweden. 3 questions in one here. How big of a loss is this for the Stars and Stripes? Who fills the spot? And how might this affect the way they play against Sweden? All in one here.
A 3-1. I like it. Why not? This is a big loss for the United States to not have Rose Lavelle. She is a creative magician that subbed onto the game in the first match for the United States against Vietnam and opened up the game. She is so creative on the ball. So they lose the creativity that Lavelle brings in the midfield. A number of players can step into this role. Savannah DeMello is a young player in the midfield that got 2 consecutive starts in the first and second games for the United States. I would not be surprised if we see Savannah DeMello slot into that midfield. However, this absence of Rose Lavelle opens up the door for the U.S. coaching staff to have more rotation, especially in the midfield. This allows for Julie Ertz, who's been playing as a center back, but most notably known as a defensive midfield, to slide up into that midfield and create much more defensive presence for the United States, which opens up Alana Cook to slot into the center back role alongside Naomi Girma. That's my pick for how the U.S. rolls out and rotates in the midfield. It's a big loss without Rose Lavelle, but this roster is stacked. We are talking about 23 players that any single one of them could be starters in the World Cup.
Terrific ingredients, but you got to get that mix just right. And this is it. Win or go home. And if they go home, it'll be the first time ever in the round of 16, by the way. Who on this USA team absolutely just needs to step up? And you can't say all of them, by the way.
Well, all of them do need to step up, Russ, but there's one player in particular, forward Alex Morgan. She's the co-captain of this squad along with Lindsey Horan, and she needs to step up. Morgan has had 1 goal contribution in these 3 games. Now, the United States has only scored 4. However, she needs to involve herself much more in the game, whether that's stretching the opposition and getting in behind their back line, dropping deeper into the midfield to create link-up play. Alex Morgan has to initiate the movement for the front line. She's a leader and a veteran on this roster for a reason, and we haven't seen it yet.
All right, from a wagering standpoint, the United States are favored to advance here. As a fan, I got to admit, I'm a little bit worried, kind of feel like everything is possible here. How do you see this going down? Who's your pick?
Russ, don't be worried. The U.S. has this in the bag. I hope my confidence puts you at ease. There is something about this United States women's national team and the mindset, the belief that they have when they get into these do or die moments. It's the round of 16. You either win and move on or you're going home. Although Sweden is sometimes favorited in this matchup and U.S. fans are not high on the United States, the U.S. can handle this Swedish side. The Swedes are very predictable right now in their group play. They are relying on set pieces and crosses to find the back of the net. 6 of their 9 goals so far in this World Cup have been on set pieces. Only 2 shots in the run of play. So if the United States can limit their corner kicks that they concede to their opposition and set pieces in their attacking end of the field and just combine in front of goal, make it really simple on their attacking end of things, the United States are going to get the job done and move on.
Makes sense because Sweden's actually physically bigger top to bottom than the USA team when you just look at the stats. Last thing, unless this thing goes the full 90 and then extra time all the way to penalties without a goal, there's a good chance someone's going to have to score to win this game. So who's it going to be? Who's your pick to score a goal for the United States against Sweden?
Sophia Smith, the forward for the U.S., the youngster. You can find her with her signature bubble braid on the field in the front line. Her matchup against the Swedish back line is going to be very interesting. Center back for the Swedes, Amanda Ilestad, has been a dominant physical player in their center back. She's got 3 goals already this World Cup. However, she's a very big player. Sophia Smith is a little bit smaller in stature. She has an explosive step to get past Ilestad, and she's also got the technical ability with the ball at her feet to go 1v1 with the defenders and get in behind. If Smith can do those steps to get past the first line of defense and then get her head up and just play soccer the way that she freely does with her club team in Portland, connecting with her teammates, running off the ball, and having fun on it, Sophia Smith is going to be the game changer to get a goal for the U.S.
All right, much thanks to Lisa Carlin, host of the Attacking Third podcast on the Golazo Networks. Lisa, thanks so much. Let's all get some early sleep tonight before the big one coming your way. An early alarm on Sunday morning as the United States and Sweden match up in the round of 16 at the Women's World Cup. Kickoff set for 5 a.m. Eastern on Fox, and we'll have post-game coverage right for you on CBS Sports HQ.